Hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is a solo daily for April 23rd, and today we are going to be playing Clairvoyant with Wish of a Hero, Heart of a Hero trinket, and going from Starship to Garden, and then up against Runestone. Now, I gotta remind myself that Runestone has changed, because last time I walked into that and took damage um, without knowing that I was going to take damage, but knowing now, we have no excuse. Random mimics on each Guardian and Villain encounter is certainly interesting here. Um, I also just noted in the playtester forums that I'm not sure that Willing should have a red border. It's literally +2 will reserve. Unless, of course, it's empty or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's very good on Claire. Claire very often is very energy starved, especially because you have a button that costs 2 that I really don't like pressing, and you almost always have to move your orb at least once a turn. So getting a free will is great. Getting 2 free will, that's even more great. And then, of course, last 2 waves of all combat spawn at once. We've already talked about this. Claire's main problem is just that they get overwhelmed because of how they distribute damage. They have to spend will to distribute damage to the correct areas on the screen, and they don't really even distribute that much more damage than anybody else. In fact, they have one of the lowest DPTs in the game. Damage per turn is DPT meaning damage per turn. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad. It just means that it's hard for them to remove enemies, which in a daily setting makes things difficult. But they obviously have things that they can use to bypass that. But with a plethora of Augs and stuff like that, um, yeah, I don't think there's anything much to talk about here. So I'm just hoping that RNG helps us here, and Heart of a Hero really gets us past this first set here. Going into Derelict Starship, seeing 2 mimics, oh, 3 mimics technically, in this fight is very spooky. I'm actually interested. It'll be nice to see how much health they have comparatively versus a Book 1 actual mimic versus a Book 1 extra mimic. All this data is good for when I'm trying to factor stuff. Um, See, plus 20 damage is kind of garbage on Spirit Bomb augments because this isn't deal triple damage. Or it doesn't triple any added damage to it. It'll just add another 20 damage, I believe, if it works the way that it did before. We'll take it just to see for sure, but I'm not sure that this is going to help our turn 1. I honestly think it might be charging telekinesis, because then we can get a Spirit Bomb off on turn 1 with a pulse orb pulse. And either of these will allow us to do that. This will obviously give us more damage for that Spirit Bomb, but again, it's only going to be plus 20. It's not really going to be... Well, let's actually click this. Otherwise, this is honestly probably our best turn 1 augment here. 45 damage on Potent Pulse is actually insane. If we get something out of here that allows us to reduce cooldown, which I don't think there is any in white anymore, that would obviously help, but yeah, that guy right there. Let's grab this. Yeah. So, I mean, we get it twice because we get the 120. Oh, never mind. I don't think that it actually adds that. I think that that rewrites it. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. but you would never want to use Spirit Bomb without... Like, that's not true. In most cases, you don't want to use Spirit Bomb without full psionic charges. But this technically makes it so that I literally just added 20 damage to it. And if you're only using it when you have full charges, then that's a 10% increase. The +1 psionic charge, though, is worth some, like, damage there, though. Technically speaking, your, again, average damage per turn. But I don't think... I don't know. Maybe I should take a look at that. It could be that I'm judging this this AUG too harshly, simply because of what it... Like, I'm looking at the number values, and those are absolutely atrocious. It's technically worse than the Moss Cloak AUGs that I was looking at yesterday for Flurry. That made me have an immediate physical reaction. Voices of Fortune isn't bad. How are we actually going to get out of here, though? I honestly... I don't see why we can't go Shattered Will. Is that the right move, though? That's probably not the case. The right case is probably getting some magic damage. We'll reroll. Or, alternatively, just grab Decayed Binding and do 50% more damage. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead and take a Tarnish Vault. I'd rather have one random item than the ability to buy a random item of choice later. That's just me. I want to be as centralized as I can. Bueno? Not so bueno. Yep, that works. Alright. That is an insane up tier. That's a +2 up tier for acknowledgement. Could potentially get Ambusher and just not have cooldowns for the history of forever. I'll play. I'll play. That's a grind target right there. Although Scattered Samples is so good. That is undervalued where it's at. Not really feeling Cultivate, to be perfectly honest. Smoke Bomb gives us the opportunity to set ourselves up, especially if we get something like Hidden Mist, which gives us crit damage. It's a lot of damage, especially if we can guarantee some crits. We can't necessarily guarantee some crits. Pilfer in combination with an early acknowledgement of Exemption actually might be significant. What are your augments? Because I'm sure that this has changed. Because this has a potential, air quotes, nigh infinite. Obviously, we only get 5 charges of it, but be pretty good. We can get a prepared smoke bomb. That's kind of nice. Ooh, we have gone too far. Pilfer. Steal an orb. No cooldown. What? What? Huh. That's kind of interesting. Being able to put marked on people, making this free. Don't really care about quickened, theoretically speaking. I kind of like it. Generally speaking, I almost always go with Smoke Bomb. One of the top 3 best bindings in the game. Whoever designed that was probably a pretty cool guy. Joke, it was me. But I don't know that with our setup, is that even actually like good? Like obviously we can ascend into some good stuff. Again, Hidden Mist, pretty damn good. Grenade would be crazy. But I think the opportunity to just get a little bit weird with Pilfer, I can't pass that up. But I would probably take Smoke Bomb here. I know some people are a fan of Cultivate. I personally don't see it as good here, although I do notice that obviously you can put down 5 of these on turn 1 and have an additional 5 will on the next turn. So I'd actually say in this situation, Cultivate might actually be the best move. But if you take Cultivate, then right now you're not really doing anything with this, right? Like, you don't have Psychic Pulse off cooldown, unless you, of course, get Ambusher 10, in which case every turn thereafter you'd be able to just spam Pulse, but then why are you using one turn to set up Cultivate to spam Pulse? Like, that's not the play. Cultivate is good. It would just be good here as your 5th, because you want to make sure that you have like something good here. Otherwise, you're just going to be a pinball wizard, which could work, but probably won't. It's never worked for us in dailies, so just saying. Yeah, I think we're going to take Pilfer. Going a little bit crazy. Vestigial, absolutely. Absolutely. Because that should give us 1 tier of Ambusher. So now we get another turn of Exemption. I would kind of like an Augment, yes, thank you. Or do we grab money just to buy more Ambusher Vestiges? Because they're much more prevalent in green, which is what our shop is going to be. That's probably the right move. I'll just take that. It's another will. So there's a way. So this is kind of insane. We can start out the fight with Pulse, Spirit Bomb. Nothing goes on cooldown, and that's a full blast, which has Decayed Binding currently. And then we can also get a free Pilfer in there and not have to worry about anything. Oh, get closer. You piece. Well, that certainly gets in the way of some things. We're fine, though. Pulse. Pulse. Crit. And so we've moved this. Pulse, pulse. We have 1 more free cooldown. So give me some money. Then I'm going to pulse. Pulse. Next turn we're going to be able to Spirit Bomb straight away. There's kind of a grenade here, so it's going to be kind of hard for us to rally these guys around. Because we don't have shielding. Shielding Aug on Psychic Pulse would be kind of huge right now. That would also take care of Runestone for us. I'm almost debating using this Barrier Potion here just to circle everybody around here so that I can Spirit Bomb straight away. But, like, we got some good gimmicks going on. I don't think that our good gimmicks are good enough to get us through 2 Mimics. So I kind of want to keep that. Hopefully everybody like swarms around here and is still generally around. Yes, perfect. Thank you. I'm only missing like a couple people here. And honestly, if I move like right here, I think we got them. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Probably should have pulsed a couple times while I was up there. It's really not a concern. I just now have to use this to get up there. And that's a little well, I mean, this crit, is this worth it? Is this worth... Because then I can only move and then Psychic Pulse. So then that's going to do another 200. You have 500 left. Move, pulse. Double damage. We probably should have double damaged that. I think we might miss this one. I'm calculating. This is currently doing 270. We double that. And then that gets over to, or down to 300. Then we have okay. Whew. I definitely should have used that potion on the big spirit bomb there. None of these say ambusher. Scattered samples though. That says ambusher. Well, we were talking about cultivate. Are we at the point where we want to spend like 2 will or 1 will in order to get a free cultivate down and do less setup? I don't think that that's the case. And in fact, I'm not even sure that we're happy with this. I think that cleave is our new get up here. 200 for 2 with no cooldown is pretty considerable. The bleed itself is just an effect that we can use. Otherwise, blink here, I'm really... like, it's still movement, but we really don't move at all anyways right now. Maybe we shouldn't be disrespecting that with new runestone. Because we have to, like, guide the hands and all that. I'm almost considering a reroll here. After I talked about it before, I'm not sure that cultivate's, like, really good here. Like, there's definitely some Oggs there that's going to make it so where it is actually, like, pretty dang good. But I personally... I don't know, maybe they changed the Ascension in the Oggs. I'm not really willing to look into here and take a look at that. I'll take cleave. It's fine. It's our spirit bomb without setup. Obviously, less AoE, scales off physical. It's not exactly apples to apples, but it's pretty close. Honestly, take me to a binding empowerment. I want to buy this. This is exactly what we were talking about. Razor Sharp Cleave is, again, kind of okay. It's just that bleed isn't really a sustainable single target, even though it doesn't like decay or do anything like that. I like you being free every turn. I also like you having increased range. And all we gotta do is get like damage on you, and now we're off to the races. I think this is kind of more important. 2 superior vaults, 1 Quillen Cage, a Glick Globe. That's what we want. Alright. Perfect. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. It's going to put you on cooldown, but we're fine so long as we pick up a Spirit Bomb. Or is this actually better? Hold up. And that's going to do like 50 damage to you. It'll make it easier to make sure that we, like, cinch you. I'll use it. I also got to note, these enemies over here are here a turn early. We're actually quite fine. If I lose that spindler down there, this is going to be... Okay. I'm going to say, if I miss that guy down on the bottom, that's going to be, like, astronomically terrible. Ooh. Shadow Shroud isn't bad. We're going to have to be careful of Shadow, though. Otherwise, Moss Spyglass isn't bad. Yeah, we can't really target it, but being able to inflict mark on a random enemy, or furthest enemy, but random. I guess during Brimstone, that's actually quite ass. I guess we take the Ambusher just to grind it at the end here. It'll also give us Ambusher before the boss. Why are you 13 now? That's so weird. Token of Regret probably isn't something that we can get away with. Unless we make enough money. But, like, what are we doing it for? That's the main question. Harmonizing Whistle is okay. We really don't interact much with cooldowns, but I suppose that we kind of do. It's just not really doing much for us. I'm willing to reroll this. Beep, 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 beep. This is kind of pertinent. I'm willing to take it. Because we pulse like a ton of times at the start of the turn. Pilfer's the physical binding, so it also increases the damage of Spirit Bomb. We can make it mark. Or we just pulse, and then cleave. Our last binding here, actually, or our last augment, could just be... what is it? Invigorate? I will look at this one, because I need to know what tier it's at. Augments. Pulse. Empowering? Yes. Like, don't get me wrong, I will certainly take Mighty Pulse. But I think that it's an empowering pulse here. Just to give us, like, free damage every turn. Or, air quotes, free damage. Having prepared on it would certainly make it free damage. But, yeah, no, I kind of like what we got here. So, do we want to go to a Binding Empowerment? I think yes. I still don't know what all the NPCs do, but we're going to take a sure thing here. We're already fooling around enough. Gain damage aura. Oh! Whee! I would love for you to do more damage. Damage aura is kind of sick. I don't think that it's us, though. There it is. Alright. We got the buff ball now. Future Willer is an ambusher vestige. I don't know if you guys knew this. Is it too late for Chalice? We should see 3 items in the next area. We have one on us. There could be one before this boss. It is not too late for Chalice of Champions. Okay. Give me Future Willer. I think we actually take Barbed Bones, to be honest. Like, it's not really going to do much for us. I guess we don't. We can come back for it. But... yeah, I'm very happy with our setup here. Mimic Magma Miner. Sounds good. Both of you guys are Magma Miner? That's interesting. Okay, you're the copy. And you have 1650. And that's with plus 10% in dailies. So you have 1500? Huh. That's actually kind of neato. Pretty neato. Okay, I don't care about you over here. We are hitting the two of you. We can make it if we try. Did my Spirit Bomb actually just miss him? So, extended range Psychic Pulse is actually larger than Spirit Bomb? Oh, yeah. Huh. Today I learned. Schwang, schwang! Okay. Well, I knew this was coming. Watch, we're gonna kill this boss and just gain 3 ambusher, and we're gonna look like absolute idiots. This needs to go about right here. Probably should have stole a little more, to be honest. I'm fine with leaving that orb there for next turn. Come on, surround me. I want it. Okay, that's a little bit problematic over there. Why are you still in base form? 75 damage resist? Well, if you're not going to let me set up, we don't need to set up. It's that simple. You might as well take this for the cooldowns, and this is only for the turn. This really doesn't do anything for us. Nothing is, like, permanent. I guess we just do damage. Guess we could try and balance our Dusk Dawn. Yeah. We actually have the will to do that. Oh, baby, that's perfect. Why are you out there? What are you doing? Explain. It's turn 3. Acknowledgement doesn't work. Good thing we left these. I don't want to spend more. Oh. That's tragic. Well, I guess we get to see if we lose damage versus bosses now. Or lose points versus bosses for damage. God, you know, the English language is sometimes a tough thing. That's a little spooky. Well, we're not going to lose a turn. We're close enough. Guess now we get to steal from one more person. It was one extra turn. No. So, let me just take a look here. Boss. Minus 250. We lost 10 extra points. That doesn't seem right. If we're actually subtracting health, then it should be subtracting more unless it's supposed to be 1 point per. It's not. It's literally negative 10 points. Because that should be negative 60. Or actually, it's 6 points per. It should be 600? Yeah. Okay, that's our FA of the day. Okay, we're gonna get that nabbed. And a random consumable? Hold up. With Chalice. Okay. I see the line. I'm so glad we picked Pilfer. Steal an additional amount of Quilling. I really don't want to. This actually makes this, like, good, but do I really want to use a purple on that? I guess I want to. I don't like it. Okay. I guess buying a Barred Bones isn't important. You got a free Enchanted and some Striker out of the deal. That's pretty good. That's honestly pretty good. And I don't think that any of these got a +1. That is what it is. We grind Barbed Bones and Elusive Whisper, because I think getting the Shattered Will is, like, pretty good for us. It's +1 will a turn. If we somehow get into, what is it, Will Collector, that starts going off the charts. I kind of wanted to keep Elusive Whisper, to be honest. So does that mean we grind this? It's kind of risky. Doesn't really do much. That defense would be nice, though. But now we have, like, 4 free uses of this every turn. Or 4 non-cooldown uses of this every turn. rare augment sounds great. I like that better than a superior vault right now. Wait. We don't have ambusher 10. No. We'll get it. We'll get it. Son of a bitch. Yeah, this is good. Oh! That seems broke as all hell. Holy shit. I didn't expect that to work. Oh my god. Why? Oh, and it just so happened to be the one that allows us to do this. Okay, let's let's steal from you. Boy. Why are they all fish? No. Okay. Guess I didn't realize that he rerouted now. Okay. Now that you ticked me off, you have my attention. Are you happy? We could actually hit this. I also really appreciate Starwalker for Pilfer here. Or Plunder. It has mark on it. Yeah. We could re-roll for it, though. To just get any ambusher. Yeah, let's do that. Watch me not get one. I mean, we don't not take seer shards. You just gotta. That's a very interesting find. So that's out there for you guys. I like prepared telekinesis. I also like inflicting marked on enemies for free. Air quotes free. If we also get drop an orb, like at that point it pays for itself and inflicts marked. Dope. These are like both good. I think we'll take Marking Pilfer. It's probably better for us right now. I will absolutely take Hexing Aura. Boy. Hexing Aura is going to increase our damage ramp due to Seer Shards. And we predominantly deal magic damage. So having Hex on enemies is pretty dope. So I know that the garden gives me more money, assuming that it hasn't changed. We really don't have anything to grind for Vestigial. We want access to Decayed Binding. It's a lot of damage. So we'll go to the garden and take a look at another... what the... Probably should F5 that. Or F8, my apologies. Hmm. Um. Hmm. I don't think that that's actually useful for us right now. Like, come on. I just need... No. It won't work. A Death Scythe is probably a great idea. The problem is then... Well, what's... I just don't know what we do to get ambush 10 at this point. Like, we obviously gotta grind something. I think this is too important, and this is the least important. So we just take Executioner. Or Death Scythe, my apologies. I still don't know that that's the play. But that extra HP is obviously a great idea. Because we might take damage during Runestone. I think we're at the point where we won't. I'm going to reroll. I guess they hate us because they ain't us. Alright. Chalice of Champions. Go double cup life. At that point, do we even care about Seer's Shards? Like, I don't even know what's going on.
If I were a gambling woman, which I very much am, I'd bet on Ohm having been more difficult to untangle than a gnarled root. Still, I hope you understand the gist of it, dear Needless. We're not all as unified as some would like us to seem. In fact, it seems like a right good time to remind some folks of that. Say, Needless, how about we brighten up that dusty old library, hmm? Don't worry, it'll be a surprise.
Okay. I think we need 2 opportunities to look for an ambusher. That's where we're at right now. So I'm honestly about to drop Seer Shards for anything with ambusher. That is insanity. This one's going to be annoying. Future Willer at least giving us an extra will helps. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Shwoom. Shwoom. Now, I already have this buff. Looks like it still gave it. I wasn't honestly paying attention. My apologies. I mean, okay. And that's enough to kill. Okay. Damn. I was hoping that would give me plunder and I could steal from you. After all, we're currently getting extra damage up the yin-yang. Why is Byron not? Come on, man. Alright. Aura Kinesis. Gain will aura. Seems like something we want. Ah, come on, man. Does this really not exist in blue? Another acknowledgement of exemption. It'll get us there. We're probably going to double grind it. Actually, I wonder if that stacks additively. I just don't see it replacing Future Willer. So the best thing to do would be to look up here. There is a Vestigial Shrine. We will grind Future Willer. And we'll take this for science. Okay. Let's make this a little bit more tidy, if we will. Acknowledgement. Give us our Chalice of Champions. Then the book. Okay.
There's been an almost imperceptible shift in the balance of things, Needless. I suppose you've been There is a very delicate balance that has been agreed upon, you see, Needless. A pact for sustained impasse that, if made unsteady, could shatter. But if you've not yet realized your place in maintaining this supposed peace, the Inkbound may have finally created something aligned with their intentions.
I think we need this glyph globe. Holy Lord. Okay, that definitely doesn't stack. Oh. God dang, we get a lot of that. Damage, that is. Talking about damage. Oh, don't. I took a potion of power. No. Well. There we go. Greedy Pilfer's interesting. I would like to keep increasing your damage, even though I'm probably never going to use you. One of these days. To the moon. Ooh. Can we mega stack Cleave? Mega stack you with Quickened, Pickpocket, and Absorbing. Pickpocket gives movement? What the frick? So we reduced its cooldown. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a rare augment. I'll take Shielding Aura, thank you. Not that that's particularly great for us, but just trying to make our Seer Shards worth its slot, which it's currently not. Because the amount of damage that it actually adds to us each turn is negligible. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 auras. So then that means that we gain 80 Omni damage for the rest of combat. That's 10% of our damage. Like, what? We gain more out of Psychic Pulse. But the completion, Marty. Something's got to be done about your completion. That's perf. Okay. That seems good. Let's get some potions for next time and just clock you guys. Alright, this is obviously a very... Oh, we have Mythos. I keep wondering why these keep coming up. Paradigm Shift is honestly kind of Garbo. Is it Garbo for us? Kinda. We get to ignore the first 4 uses, but then after that we gotta start using Aurakinesis, and I don't like that. So we will just not. And say we did. Binding Tuner. I I guess a huge area might make a difference for me. Plus 50% damage. Like, it's efficient. And then it also vacuum seals people onto the pulse or the cleave. Yeah, I can actually see Spirit Well here. All about it. And plus -1 will cost so that it doesn't be ass. Okay. Bank error in your favor. Potion of Power, definitely worth more than... Definitely want that over in Staple Brew. Must be in combat. Alright, we ain't ever taking damage again. Unless there's a mechanic I don't know about. I think our damage is just at the point where we no longer play the game. Deep deep beep. Shwoom, shwoom, shwoom. Okay. You do not die due to our aura. Wait, fish stack now? I gotta check that. I'm sorry. That is potentially very dangerous information. These are what we want for the final boss, so we're going to keep it. Wait, actually, what does vulnerable do? Attack bindings. Okay. Don't know why they took DOTs off that. They do not stack. Is this true? Before I send this? Because we have will aura, isn't it? Yeah, our base will is currently 8, which is 4 plus 2. We got the other Byron. Four plus 2. What's going on here? I guess the only way to find out would be to leave an enemy that cannot kill us this turn. And see if we get a different number. I did not realize that that would... understand... Okay, I understand now why that doesn't reset me. What resets me then? R does. Okay. Whew! Good thing that that wasn't important. If I vacuum seal everything, that pretty much does it. Okay, let's get our... Do you die? You do not. We can keep you there. Okay. An axolotl? Okay, hold up. This is important. Oh no, we drank it! No! Oh, we can just pick stuff up freely. Anyways, we're not going to kill you. You're not going to deal damage to us. We get to see what happens here. We are not in the will aura, and we gain 9 will. Okay, so it is stacking. The 8 was our baseline 4 will, plus 2 will, plus 2 will. So then the F8 needs to be... Okay. I feel like we've done our due diligence today. Earned our keep. How much blue spine cod can we have? And, you know what? We're going to get you with the swing. We've been buffing it. Might as well use it. I'm going to try and make this final boss like a little fast, but I also realize that, may not happen. We don't need the second acknowledgement. Oh, it says that it doesn't stack. Oh my freaking god. That was there the whole time, and I just didn't read that last statement. I sent in an F8 and everything. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Well, now I'm sad. Anyways, we got more than enough money. We can reroll this. I don't think that there's anything that we want. I'm waiting for something to jump out at me. Like, Crystallarium is kind of cute. It really doesn't do much for us. We're kind of looking for completion, I guess. So let's go into our Ancient Vault, actually, and get, like, a legendary. Or something that is exclusive to this class. Bone Dog! Miser's Purse is actually bad. That's hilarious. There we go. Another aura! He's done it! Marking aura is pretty ridiculous, though. We can't really afford to get rid of this acknowledgement of exemption. Our entire build kind of revolves around it. And so I think we're probably just looking at this. Yo. Now we're talking. Alright. Let's try and wrap this up quick. We spent a lot of time talking about something or other. I don't even know. Let's just go ahead and drop this on the ground here. Is there anything that we can buy that's interesting? I suppose maybe getting Will Collector. Grinding this for Bounty Hunter 3. And Mythos. I can deal with that. We're going to mark things. We might as well deal like heck of damage from it. And if we can get one more mark, then we're looking really good. Why am I re-rolling this shop? That's not good for us. Which Book of Magic, though? It's kind of cute, not gonna lie. Because at this point, I don't think that we need the Decayed Binding. Like, it stands testament that it lasted this long. I guess we just grind Crystallarium. Bounty Hunter would be nice to get, though. There it is. Okay. Something that we will literally never see, but we're carrying it for completion. It's just another thing that we gotta... one less thing that we gotta reroll for later. Oh, we should be up at the top! Oh, your mouse cloak! How could this happen to me? Please give me a brain tuna. It's not a tuna, it's just a headache. Not sure I actually want to steal from anything right now. Let's get this up here. Start shielding ourselves. Hey, that's something. We don't want that yet. Or don't we? I need to use one more of these. Phase shift. You're coming down here. You're actually huge, so we can probably hit you right here. But I can't hit you. That's honestly a little bit suffer. Well, that's more than one way to skin a cat right there. We're fine. This isn't a problem. Because we got the Bloodthirst blend. Did I just goof? No. Okay, that's done. Whoa. Okay. Alright, what do we gotta do? Use this. Don't kill you in 2 hits. Okay. Excuse me? Boy. Alright, I screwed that up. Y'all can say it. Y'all can just say it. I'm bad. Anyways. Pretty fun run. Again, very glad that we grabbed Pilfer there. Damn. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works anyway, since it started everything up here. But yeah, really glad that we ended up getting Pilfer in that, because that was kind of fun. That was very fun. Like, that was the wombo combo for Pilfer there, which was not an immediate, like, air quotes, good choice. And literally the only points that we lost, we lost some points elsewhere. Because we should have only lost 260 We lost a little bit more than 260. We're getting full money, full glyphs, full health. What did we do? Did we take an extra turn on another fight? I don't know why we have this low a score. Anyways, future bits will figure that out. Anyways, hopefully the run was educational or at least entertaining. And if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, go ahead and put those down in the comments below. Until next time, we will catch you guys around. I really got to start timing that when I'm at this part here because I do want to show the scores. We're 8th. 5-way tie with Leto and Deer Lords up at the top now. Like to see that. Yo, he's a snack? Yeah, I honestly expected to be like just below this guy. So I guess that really didn't change my overall placement, but it changed my score. Because I know that we lost 260 points. Unless, of course... No, it didn't actually remove the correct amount of points, because that would have been 600 points plus the 250 for -1 turn, which would have put us... so let's say, technically speaking, we're supposed to be at 45,800. So we should actually be in 10th place. But due to the fact that the game is buggy, we have cheated our way up 2 spots. Oh, yeah. Anyways, you guys have a good one. I'll catch you guys around.